Hey, James. Oh boy. Hello, everyone. It seems as though I've messed up today. James said he wanted to be on the show, but apparently he didn't. Give me a second. Hey, I messed up. Come here. The show's on. The show's on. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me. The show's on. Oh. Hey, you want a sip of water? Here you go. Hi, everyone. I thought James wanted to have me on the show today, but he fibbed to me. He wanted to go to the basement and sit with Dalma to do the laundry because he's such a good worker. Hey, do you want to show everybody the trophy? Look, let's here. Hold this. Hold this. Hold it. You don't want to hold it? I won a poker tournament the other day. I won the $2,000 tournament. Come here. Come here. You want to play with bracelet? You want to wear it? Here, give me your hands. Give me your hand. No. Show everybody. Say hello. Yeah. You feeling okay? I thought you wanted to be on my show. No, not today. But everybody loves you. Look, they all love you. They're all saying, "Oh, James, don't cry. Don't cry, little James. Don't cry, little James." You don't want this? I won this in 2007 in Turks and Caicos, back in the day. Hey, she's gonna be gone for a while, so you need to come back. I thought you wanted to be on my show. Can you all hear, by the way? I got a noise canceling program for my microphone. Let me know if you can hear him screaming. Because if you can't, that's good. James, where are you? Everybody wants to see you now. Come here. They're all saying, "Where's James? We want to talk to James today." All right. Oh, he's leaving the house. One sec. What a great day today, huh? Hey, I'm gonna tickle you so good. I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm gonna have to mute you. Oh look, there's Dama. She's back. What a mistake by me. Sorry, everyone. We'll have to have someone edit out the first 4 minutes of this today. Holy moly, that's what we have to deal with sometimes. Good lord. He wanted to go to do laundry with Dama today. I was unaware of that, and he said he wanted to be in the show. So Dama left to do the laundry while I was watching James, and then he lost his mind. Okay, back to reality. Sorry to everyone who's listening to the audio. They're probably thinking, what is happening? Okay, back to reality. I won a poker tournament the other day. The Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open $2,200 eight-handed no-limit hold'em tournament. I'm now an eight-handed pro. And it was fun. I won all my hands. It was a one-day tournament, so it was kind of a turbo. It started at noon, ended at like 2 a.m. And I had a very good seat at the final table. I was very fortunate in that the two chip leaders decided to battle, right? And the one who ended up winning was on my direct right. And he opened a lot, as he should, and I jammed a lot, as I should. And I was the only one who sort of stayed even. Everybody else kind of blinded out when we were like seven-handed. And it was good. I ended up getting three-handed with Tony S. I don't know how to say his last name. WPT champion. Joe McKeon. I think he's also a WPT champion. Maybe not. At least World Series poker champion. And I won all the hands. I got a fortunate spot where I had kings. Tony raised. I jammed. He had like nines or eights or something. I won that. I think I busted Joe McKeon in some way. Oh, I did. I limped aces from small blind. He raised king queen. I limp re-raised. He jammed. I obviously called the aces. He had king queen, and I won that. And then heads up. I think I got like eights against king jack right off the bat, and I won that. So won all the hands. I actually had a limp twice from the small blind, where I limped aces in the small blind. Someone raised. I limp re-raised. They did not fold. Joe McKeon jammed. Someone else earlier called with king eight suited flop top pair and didn't get away from it. It's like king XX, and it's pretty nice play. Oh, you want to be on the show? You want to be on the show now? You're gonna behave? Come here. Come. You want to be on the show? You feeling a little bit better? What's going on? You want to talk about anything? Let's talk about consolidation of luck today, because besides winning this poker tournament, I lost every other poker tournament. I got crushed. When I say I got crushed, I don't mean I got outplayed or anything. I just lost all of my hands. And that's going to happen. The last two tournaments, the two big ones, I just didn't win any hands. I lost all my plans. I lost most of the small pots. And that happens sometimes. So you must be okay with that. Greg says, here we go, the real star of the show. Did you all not hear Mr. James for the first 4 minutes of the show screaming his head off? Sorry for that. You say sorry? You say sorry? Are you sorry? No, I know you're not. At least you're honest with us, right? It's very important to be honest and not, I don't know if obedience is the right word, but I don't want you bidding to me. I want you to be honest. You wanted to go downstairs? And I didn't let you. I'm sorry. I got confused. That's my fault. I'm sorry to you. You can go next time, okay? I'm sorry to you. That was my fault. I didn't listen properly to what you were saying. So yeah, what a lot of people think is that they kind of presume that after they win a tournament, or just in general, that they are supposed to run hot all the time, and you're not going to. If you're lucky in poker, all of your luck will be consolidated into a short period of time, like the $2,000 tournament. It was consolidated very nicely. I won all the hands, and that was great. And the World Series this year kind of got crapped on all summer until the last 5K, where I took 13th place. I won most of the hands there, and that's okay. It like made up for the whole summer. So that's what happens in poker if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, what's going to happen is your luck's going to be even. You win half your flips all the time. That's not good. You want to win all of your flips like 10% of the time. What's this? What's this? That's a turtle? Yeah. And you don't get to pick when you're lucky. That's the thing. I've had stretches in my career where I've like won 2 tournaments in a row, twice. 2 times I've won 2 tournaments in a row. Another time I took 2 seconds in a row. So it means like 3 times I've had a lot of luck in a short period of time. And other times I've had just a sick drought where you get nothing. And when you actually get nothing, it's not like you're being unlucky in those periods. It's more like you just happen to lose all your flips that matter, which maybe you go double to lose. Oh, you have a sore on your leg? You fell. You're a little boy now. You run and play. Do you love running and playing? You got a boo-boo? Yeah. Are you just having a rough day? Why are you having a rough day? Sick boy. Poor boy. No whale toy. He has a whale toy, but right now he has a turtle. It's because of Kata and Holtz that people think that they're supposed to win all their tournaments. Realize that most people don't get to run hot very often. And that is A-okay. Oh, you want to see it? This is supposed to be a guitar pick. Like a guitar pick. You know how I play guitar for you? This is a guitar pick to go brum, brum, brum. But this one's big and heavy. Big and heavy. Yeah, can you hold it? Oh, it's so heavy, right? Wouldn't you say state of mind is a big, wouldn't you say current mind state is a big factor in consolidating luck? Look, the idea of consolidating luck is sort of a joke because you don't get to pick. You don't get to pick when you run hot. You don't get to pick when you win your flips, and that's something you must accept, right? And it's fine. You're not going to run hot all the time. A lot of people really do think they're supposed to win in times where it really matters, and that's not how life works. Hey, how's your hand doing? Somebody wants to know how your hand's doing. Let me see. It looks good to me. He has a little bit of pink skin here and pink skin here and pink skin here, but besides that, he's good. You're good, right? How's your hand? James stuck his hand in the elevator and it bled all over the place. You have to understand in life, luck is going to happen, right? You may be driving and somebody runs into you and they wreck your car. Not your fault at all, right? It happens. Accept it and move on. You may get a new car and then somebody runs into you the next day. two wrecks in a row. That's going to happen. What do you say? You're playing now? Good. And you have to understand that you are going to have good runs and bad runs, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. It's okay. I think a lot of people, they get really disgruntled, really down, really sad, really depressed when they catch a poor run. And you must understand in poker and in life, you absolutely will have great runs where you get a new job, you get a raise immediately, you get promoted. And then you have bad runs where you get a new job and you get fired, you get another job, you get fired again, right? Maybe that's going to happen if you switch jobs often enough. If you never switch jobs, maybe it won't happen. Or, driving. Oh, James, you just threw my notes on. You're going to have days where on the way to work when you're driving, you may hit every single red light. You out of here? Bye. Love you. See you later. You're going to have days where sometimes James is cooperating. He's being a good boy. And then sometimes he just loses his mind. It's A-okay. You don't get to pick. All you can do is play great and put yourself in as good of situations as you possibly can. Is volume the only way to negate luck, in my opinion? I mean, look, what is luck? I don't really know. I think it's all kind of irrelevant to even talk about because you don't control it. What you do control is your skill level. Y'all hear him yelling his head off again? You get to control your skill level in whatever you are doing. So make sure you are playing great all the time, right? Let's say I get my money in with 60% equity, whereas everybody else gets it in with 50. Well, clearly I'm going to have way fewer and way bad downswings. This is something I learned a long time ago in sit and goes. If you play $200 sit and goes with 5% ROI, you're going to have way worse downswings and way more variance than if you play $100 sit and goes with 10% ROI. My first poker coach, Greg Shahade, he's a great chess player. Some of you may know his sister. His sister, Jennifer, is also a great chess player, also works with stars. And he played $100 sit and goes when I was playing $200 sit and goes. But he had about twice my return on investment. And he was smarter than me back then because he was just grinding out the completely free money, whereas I was sometimes going through big downswings, right? He was just straight up. I was all over the place, in the upwards direction, but all over the place. Because I was playing twice as big with half the return on investment. And yeah, that's fine. You may say, well, shouldn't you play higher to test yourself against better players? Sure. At that point in my life, I was kind of just grinding it out. I wasn't necessarily. I don't know if you're whenever you're 16 tabling. I don't know if you're actually improving all that much. I think when you're improving, it's on the study side. Whenever you're mass multiple tabling. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if you are already playing perfectly, which no one is, but if you are playing great, then the luck is just completely irrelevant. But you can always work on your skill level to increase your chances of getting lucky. Oh, my alarm's going off. What are the alarms going off? I don't know. I'm watching the World Series prep sessions on Poker Coaching Premium. It's been really good. Great. If you all have not checked out Poker Coaching Premium yet, definitely do it. pokercoaching.com/premium. Would you prefer a heater later or earlier in the tournament? It doesn't matter. You don't get to pick. So anyway, is state of mind a factor in consolidating luck? State of mind it's irrelevant in terms of what cards you get. A lot of people like to think that if you have a good mindset, good things will happen. And I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I'll be honest, in the 2K, I didn't have a great mindset. I was playing, things were going great. I got it on with Ace King, lost to Ace Queen for a load of chips, like 6 times average. It was like a 4-bet pot. It came Ace X. I got a lot of the money in on the flop. Turn was the queen. We got the rest of the money in. So I had to rebuy with like 12 big blinds. First hand, I'm in the big blind and the ante. Out of my 12 big blind stack or whatever it was, I fold. Now I'm down to 10. Table breaks. The next hand, they put me right in the big blind again. Same thing happens. I started with 12, now I'm down to 8. Right off the bat. I was kind of annoyed. But Didn't matter. I just sat there and continued playing well. I got it all in with a flip right off the bat to double from 8 to 16, and then won all my hands from there. And look, I always try to be in a very good, strong, solid state of mind. Um, and I certainly do realize that some people have horrible, horrible mindset issues. I mean, talking to a lot of students, they have horrible mindset flaws. And I think whatever mindset issues I have, I don't think are actually that detrimental if they are at all, because I think my brain's kind of like a robot. But if you do find yourself always down in the dumps and playing poorly because of it, then that's a problem. On average, how many tournaments would a decent player cash in? Card killer. Cashing is irrelevant. Read jonathanlittlepoker.com/bankroll. And out of 100 tournaments, you're going to have tons of variance. Tons of variance. Good players cash between 15 and 20% for the most part. Some cash a little more, some cash a little less. Really, though, cashing doesn't matter. What matters is winning. How often are you winning? Obviously, if your cash rate's like 2%, that's a problem. But depends on how many people get paid, right? Let's see. Rich said that happened to you. Years ago, you won a poker tournament for a nice amount and used some of the money to get a new car. Someone crashed into you 2 days later. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. Can you offer some best ways to learn range building using tools like Equal efficiently? You want to move from beginner to intermediate. Greg, go to pokercoaching.com, start with the first homework challenge, and work your way forward. That is all we are doing there, is building ranges and learning how to adjust accordingly. We actually have a webinar today where the situation is we raise, I think, some position. Big blind calls, flop comes queen, jack, 4. They check. What do we do with our whole range? I'll go ahead and tell you, we're betting a lot. So we bet, the opponent calls, turn is like a 9, our opponent checks. What do we do with our whole range? The question is not what do you do with your hand? Your hand is irrelevant. What do we do with our range? And that is all we discuss at pokercoaching.com in the homework challenges. They are difficult, they take time to do, and that's it. When you grinded online years ago, how many tables did we play? 16? 16 was usually mostly letting you play on party poker. Actually, the way it worked back then is you could play on 4 different clients. So you would have 4 different clients open. This is kind of all nonsense. Anyway, yeah, 16 tables. Obviously, you couldn't be at the same table with yourself, but each client could handle 4 tables being open. You would double click, and it would open up 4 clients. You could log into all of them, and it was just how the program worked. Apparently, it capped you at 16 for some reason. So it knew you were logged in with the same name 4 times, whatever. This is how it worked. What was the last term I won before last week? I honestly don't know. Go to Hendon Mob Jonathan Little and it'll bring up my results. 2-3 no limit. 600 deep. Someone raises 15. You call ace queen. Flop comes ace queen something. But opponent bets, you raise. Cutoff folds. Villain rips it in for 600. Close spot. Probably okay to fold. Is it incorrect long term to fold in these spots based on live tells? No, and not if your reads are good. What's this question? What do you think about the move back to hand versus range being better than range versus range? No, range versus range is all that matters unless your opponents are awful. If your opponents are awful and you can really narrow their range very specifically, then it's fine to play versus their specific hand. The problem is that most people are not terrible, right? Especially against good players, you really have to be concerned with range versus range. I actually did a webinar with Jonathan Jaffe yesterday, who I think is one of the absolute best players in the world, for pokercoaching.com. Again, if you're a member, that's available for all members. And he discussed a scenario where we reviewed a hand he played in the World Series against Vivek Rajkumar, again, one of the best players in the world, who was playing a million pound tournament randomly. And it was a spot where the ranges were actually kind of flip-flopped, where Jonathan Jaffe had a hand that wasn't really supposed to be in his range all that often. Vivek had a hand that wasn't really supposed to be in his range all that often. Yet both players played range versus range essentially perfectly. This was even a few years ago, like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago, deep in the World Series main events. I mean, like even then, that was a beautiful example of 2 world-class players playing great range versus range poker against each other, and it was a great example. Shannon and Louis Philippe saying they love the webinar. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I have been trying my best to get the best poker players in the world work with me at poker coaching, and it's hard to do because the best poker players in the world make a ton of money playing poker, and I'm figuring out ways to make it easy for them. Like last night, for example, with Jonathan Jaffe, it was just an interview. I asked him a bunch of questions, and he's going to be doing more webinars in the future for poker coaching members, and trying to make it easy on them. How often do we give those webinars? Every month at poker coaching. Between poker coaching and poker coaching premium, we have, I don't know, 4 webinars, 3 or 4 webinars, something like that. I think we guarantee 2, but we always try to do more. Always under promise, over deliver, in my opinion. But yeah, we have live webinar for the members last night. We just do that kind of thing. Matt Fleck, Alex Fitzgerald, Evan Jarvis, and myself give live webinars, and we upload new content in the classes. I make videos for YouTube that some of them get put in there if they make logical sense, etc. So anyway, we try to give tons of value at poker coaching. There's also classes, tons of quizzes, tons of homework. So yeah. William says, you missed the webinar. Well, if you missed the webinar, don't worry. It's always uploaded into the classes section. So if you are a poker coaching member, you will have access to that forever. Let's see. Greg, the poker coaching 7-day trial is kind of going away. Now it's just going to be a free membership that gives you access to a small portion of the site's contents. Chat newbies. John is known by pros as the hardest working pro away from the table. I do my best. Mike Sexton says it often. Yeah, he does. How many people write me on Instagram directly each day? I don't know. 20, 30, 40? I don't know. Something like that. A lot. What? You want to come in? Oh, move your fingers. Don't want to rip your fingers off again. Are you about to go somewhere? You have your shoes on? Where are you going? You're going to the park? Come here. You want to tell people bye? Hey, what's on your shirt? What's on your shirt? What is that? You see dinosaur? Do you like the dinosaur? You're going to go to the park and have fun? You're going to see your friend John there? What about Ben? Or is Ben at school? Yeah. Okay. Tell everybody bye-bye. Say have a great day. Say good luck in your games. You're going to come back? James always comes back. James's favorite thing to say is, Daddy always comes back. And it's true. Daddy does always come back. Say good luck in your games. You have a dinosaur. And on your shirt and your pants. How nice is that? Do you like dinosaurs? Oh, goodness. That alarm's going to keep going off, I think. Sorry, Instagram. All right. Say have a good weekend. Can you blow kiss? Blow kiss. All right. See you. Bye. Have fun. No, I need it shut. Bye. All right. Let's see. I set an alarm for 9:15 apparently, so I think every 10 minutes I'm gonna have to turn off the alarm. How do you manage your bankroll? I play way smaller than my bankroll dictates, therefore I never have to worry about the bankroll. Let's see. On that final hand against Jaffe, are you folding to a shove? Which hand are you referring to, UTG Smoke? I'm not sure what you're referring to. How much content do we add to poker coaching premium each month? We are adding at least 2 classes by me on very specific topics. We are also adding, usually I said we're going to do probably 3 webinars. 1 of those or 2 of those is going to be for poker coaching premium members, depending on how much we do. We just added a bunch of GTO charts, implementable GTO pre-flop range charts for 15, 25, and 40 big blinds are available for poker coaching premium members. We're also going to GTO 6-handed 100 big blind charts for cash games. Those will be going up soon. So we're adding lots and lots of new stuff. We are adding all sorts of stuff on a regular basis. There's also more quizzes, etc., etc. Just read the material. We say exactly what's getting added on the site. You get all the content on poker coaching by buying premium. Yes, you do. Bankroll management advice. Read jonathanlittlepoker.com/bankroll. Coaching site is the best value on the market. That's the goal. And I'm not even trying to necessarily provide the best value. I'm trying to provide the most comprehensive training site, which I have a big head start on everyone because I've been doing this for 15 years. So obviously a lot of stuff from 15 years ago is not so relevant. I don't have it. But over the last 3 to 4 years, I've been very much focused on developing fundamentally sound strategies and then adjusting them to take advantage of whatever your opponent's doing correctly. And funny enough, it's exactly what Jonathan Jaffe said he does. Away from the table, he develops strong strategies and then he adjusts hard from them. He probably adjusts a little bit harder than I do, which is like, look, I'm trying to make a site that I want to learn from. And I want to learn from Jonathan Jaffe because he is tough to play against. And I want to be tougher to play against. And he's one of the biggest winners in the game. So I try to hire people who are going to teach me. And inevitably, they teach all of you as well. Picked up Modern Poker Theory last night. Oh, you're going to love it. Would you sub Shevins on a final table over a loose opener, even with ICM considerations? Depends on the scenario, Paul. It must be super cool to live in New York. I do enjoy living in New York City. It's a good place. That said, I'm pretty happy living everywhere. Should you be annoyed if you get a random table draw that doesn't work out? No, you shouldn't get annoyed at anything that's unlucky. It just happens. Would you limp 7-3 offsuit in the small blind with 5 callers and a passive big blind? Yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, UTG Smoke's referring to a hand where at Foxwoods, where I won this trophy, this Glaffen back here. Jonathan Jaffe didn't win, I won. We were playing, I think, 5 or 6 handed. I raised ace jack, Jonathan Jaffe called, it comes 6-5-4, he checks, I check. Pretty standard spot to check. This is, again, years ago, we're still playing just good, fundamentally sound strategies. Turned as a jack. I think he checked again. I bet. Did he raise or did he call? I don't remember what. Maybe he bet the turn and I called. I'm not exactly sure. This is a bad story. There's an article about it that just came out. Anyway, in the river, I think he check raised me. And I just called, no problem. And it's because he likes to bluff. I think he had too many bluffs in his range. If he checks shoves, do I fold? No. That was actually similar to a hand we talked about yesterday in the webinar. Jonathan Jaffe played against Annette Oberstad, where essentially I said that if she did have an overpair, are you happy just going broke against someone who bluffs too much? It's like, yeah, maybe that's actually okay. Which book is a must-read for poker coaching members? I have 2. I only had 1 in the past that was a must-read. Mastering Small Stakes No Limit Hold'em. If you are really looking to take your game to a high level, Modern Poker Theory. These are big books. I had my hands all over both of them. I fully wrote this one. I edited this one and made sure a bunch of points were clear. And I mean, these are in-depth books. These are not easy books. Lots and lots of range analysis, lots of charts, lots of breakdowns. As you see, same story over here. Definitely read this one before you read Modern Poker Theory, in my opinion. Read Mastering first. It's a little bit easier. It'll teach you things in general about fundamentally sound strategies, but those 2 are books that I definitely suggest that you read. Is the amount of poker coaching available to sign that the pros are getting out before poker becomes unbeatable with a bot? Poker's not going to become unbeatable with a bot. Get over that concept. No one's using a bot in live poker. And online poker, if you use a bot on the reputable sites, you get banned immediately and they take your money. Let's see. Congrats on the win. Thank you. I have a coaching session today at 10 a.m. I should get on that. I won this tournament. Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open, $2,000 buy-in, 8-handed tournaments. So yeah, that was fun. You limp, big blind jams all in, you call, right? Play in that spot. I don't know what your hand is, Peter. If you had a good hand, yes. If you had a bad hand, no. If you think your opponent's not thinking in terms of ranges, should you still be playing with ranges in mind or specific hands? Depends on how bad your opponent is, Fred, right? If they are awful, then sure. The problem is, it's like, even if they are awful, you don't know what they are doing wrong, right? And if you don't know what they're doing wrong, you just have to play fundamentally sound poker. Can you define small stakes, medium stakes, etc.? No. It's really a classification of how your opponents play. If your opponents play poorly, it's like you're playing small stakes. If most of them play well, it's like you're playing high stakes. You can play a really tough 5-cent, 10-cent game, or you can play a really soft 200, 400 game. For what it's worth, when I used to sit at Bellagio playing 5, 10, or 10, 20 all day, Every once in a while, we get a 100, 200 game, 200, 400 game, and it would be softer than the 510 game. So is that a high stakes game? Like, I don't view it as a high stakes game. I view that as like a 1-2 game that I just get lucky to play for a lot of money. Does high rank in live game makes it impossible to win? High rank in any game makes it impossible to win. The content in poker coaching is so much more advanced. Well, look, Poker Stars is trying to get you up to a competent level so you can play and not get crushed. I'm trying to get you to a level where you can crush anybody. Very, very different, different things we are trying to do. Do you prefer 3-betting King Jack offsuit or King Jack suited? King Jack suited is a very nice call hand. King Jack offsuit is a very nice 3-betting hand in general. Let's see. You saw the video with Jaffe. When you check raise, I look like I've been punched in the gut. You never want to get check raised whenever you have top pair, but don't fold against good players. Don't fold against overly aggressive players. Not necessarily good. Do you know a decent staking site? Yes. I work with the Pocar Backing Company, POCARR.com. They are a fantastic backing company. They are, I'm not going to go into the way the backing world works sometimes, but no, they are a very, very solid backing company that will teach you to be good. And they'll give you money to play. That said, if you don't have good results and you're not actually a good player already and you are just trying to get a handout, they're not going to help you. How do you adjust to fish running hot? Don't worry about it. Running hot's irrelevant. Ace King off final table bubble. Heroes, chip leader, second jams. I mean, I'm not folding Ace King. Final table bubble doesn't matter because usually there is no real payout jump at the final table bubble, so it doesn't matter. Does mastering small stakes poker more refer to the skill level of the opponents? Look, this book is perhaps titled slightly incorrectly. Yep, every 10 minutes alarm can go off. This book is about learning range analysis and adjusting it to take advantage of whatever your opponents do incorrectly. That is what this book is about. Ignore the title, insert new title, range analysis and adjusting to opponents' tendencies. There you go, new title for this book. That would not sell near as well as Mastering Small Stakes No Limit Hold'em. Sorry. You're struggling. Any suggestions? Struggling with what? We found out a long time ago, putting the word small stakes in any book title makes it sell amazingly well. Putting advanced stuff in the title, it's not selling. We do care about selling things, by the way. Some people will say, oh, you're a sellout, etc., etc. Like, okay, we got to make a living here. Believe it or not, I cannot devote my life all day, every day to making content of all of you for free. As much as you all would like it, we got to make a living. And if I'm only playing poker 1 week a month, well, got to make some money. And we have to produce good content. You know, if you provide value to the world, they will reward you richly. A lot of people, though, they don't realize that it's a very long game. So many people try to get in, even the poker training space. They put out a few videos. Some people like it, 30, 50 people. But then they're like, oh, only 30, 50 people, I quit. I'm making no money. You have to realize that if you would not be doing the work for free, you probably should not be doing it. Listen, I would be doing the work for free because I love it. It's fun for me. It's not work. It's like a hobby. I mean, my first book, whenever D&D Poker approached me to write my first book, they said, how long will it take you to write it? I'm like, it's basically already done. Whenever my students would come to me, I would just write an article on whatever question they had, right? And I had like 300 articles that were 2 or 3 pages long. It's like 1,000 pages. And so then I just had to fill in a few blanks. The book was done easily, immediately, because I was already doing the work for free. And I loved it. It's not really work. So anyway, I love what I do. A lot of people who try to make money don't necessarily love what they do. But I'm lucky that I found my area where I do love what I do. Let's see. The ebook is not available on Amazon yet. All right, I don't know what to tell you, William. Maybe it will be available for Modern Poker Theory. Anyway, it's a good book. Super Learner says Modern Poker Theory is available on Kindle, which I presume was the case. What's They Think Mastering? Again, we just discussed this. Book is good up to 50, 100, no limit if you follow it correctly. 18 big blind stacks under the gun. You limp ace jack. I don't know why you just wouldn't raise. You limp big blind jams. You should probably fold there. Yeah, if you all enjoy this, click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. That'd be very beneficial. For me, at least. All right, let's see. Did I change how I play a cash hand when a potential bad beat is flop? No, I don't play in bad beat jackpot games, and I don't care about that. The bad beat jackpot is essentially irrelevant. It's not. You're not going to get it. That's bad. My dad, when he was playing in Hard Rock this week, and he won the high hand bonus 2 days in a row. Got like $300 one day, $500 the next day for making quads twice. That's lucky. How difficult it is to play tournament and cash games? Just realize they're different games. Is it better to focus on one thing? Yes, in my opinion. I actually just made a video about this that'll go up on YouTube over the next week or two, where essentially the question was, should I learn short deck, no limit hold'em? Should I learn PLO? Should I learn mixed games? I think the answer is definitely you should focus on something until you find your money tree. Find a way, something that produces infinite value for you so you can always fall back on it. And if you have a way to essentially print money and you know it's going to be there, you can always go back to that, right? Like for me, back in the day, it was 5 to no limit. I could just go to Bellagio and play 5 to no limit, whatever I wanted, make $100 an hour. And that was my money tree. And everyone needs that. Once you have that in place, life will get easy. Because then you can experiment whenever you like. Because it doesn't really cost you much beyond the amount of money you are losing by not playing. What brand of coffee am I drinking? This is McLaughlin Coffee. One of you sent this to me. You have your own coffee roasting companies, and you sent it to me, so thank you. To McLaughlin Coffee, you can use code POKER to get 20% off, 25% off, something like that. I don't know. I don't get any of that. I'm just happy that you all out there enjoy me enough to send me your work. And it's good. They asked me what kind of press I use. I use AeroPress. They grind it up nice and fine for me. It's very, very nice. Praise me for my new upgraded poker coaching premium section. Well, thank you for joining. Chopped 3 waves in a tournament the other night out of over 120 people. Good job, good work, Tyler. Have I played with Doyle Brunson? One time. Any good stories? Not really. Although Doyle has interacted with me a few times randomly at parties and whatnot. He's always really nice. Do you trade action between a tournament player and cash player? I'm not exactly sure what that means. All right, let's see. Good, we caught up with all that. Let's go to Facebook now. So much good stuff at Poker Coaching Premium. It is quite awesome. The structure is also great. Always something good to study. That's really the plan. I wanted to make a database where essentially you could find whatever you wanted to find about poker. If you have a question, let's say, how do I play when a maniac 3-bets me a lot? Search maniac and it'll come right up, or search 3-bet and it'll come right up, right? I wanted to make a way for you to find the answer to whatever you wanted to find. And I think that most sites, mine included for a long time, were relatively disorganized and also not very concise. And that's why I made those like 20-minute videos on very specific topics, because that's all you really need. Like you don't necessarily need to see, you don't want to watch a hour-long video to see me talking about one thing for 5 minutes, right? It's just not a good use of your time. And I realize time is the most valuable asset to most people. And you want to make sure that you are not squandering it, and that's why I made Poker Coaching Premium the way I did, so that you can very quickly find exactly what you need. Also, if all of you are asking cash game questions, we have a cash game course there, why it's 29 parts, going through everything you need to know to beat cash games. So check it out if you have not. Can I explain the difference between a linear range and a polarized range? A linear range is just all your best hands. Imagine a range of like 7s are better, ace 10 better, king jack and better, and queen jack. Looks like a nice arrow. Here, let's see. Computer's not going to work. That's nice. Let's see. Actually, I'm not even going to show you this. It's going to take too long. So that's the linear range. A polarized range is your best hand, something like jacks are better and ace queen and better, and then some junk like 9-7 suited, 8-6 suited, 10-8 suited, ace 4 suited, ace 10 offsuit, like stuff that's not quite good enough to call. So that's the difference between a linear and a polarized range. But that's it. All right, well, I need to get going soon. I have a poker coaching session teaching the students in about 20 minutes. And also, I have to get prepared for the poker coaching webinar today because I have not done that yet. We have like 100 answers submitted, and I'm only through number 16 going through and reviewing them. So I need to go through and do that because I can't review all 100 of them in the stream because otherwise it would take me about 12 hours. And I don't want to sit there 12 hours, neither do you. If your average 1, 2, or 2, 3 player calls time on you straight away after they jam, does that indicate they're very strong? I don't know. Get some experience. I have literally never had the clock called on me in any poker game. And I don't play a whole lot of 1, 2, or 2, 3. So realize I am not the right person to ask that question. I always tell people, if you are struggling to beat a particular state or particular opponents, find someone in that game who plays that game and then learn from them because they are winning, right? If they were winning in that game, then that means that they know this stuff pretty well. But like if you're asking me 1, 2, 2, 3 advice about a very specific tendency, I don't know. I mean, again, I've never had the clock called on me, and I've certainly never played a 1, 2, or 2, 3 game where someone has had this clock snap called on them. Most likely, though, that is a humongous tell. And if you figure out what that means, you will crush your opponents because it's probably very, very strong or very, very weak. One of the two. And hey, just call them 2 or 3 times and see what happens. If they show up with the nuts every time, good. Now you know. And also, whenever they don't call the clock, maybe that means a little something too, right? Now, the absence of a tell is not necessarily a tell, but if you see your opponent when they have the nuts, they consistently call the clock on you immediately, then maybe sometimes they don't have the nuts whenever they don't call the clock. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Sorry. And to be fair, if you do have a good coach in your life for anything and they don't know the answer, and they're not going to go find out the answer, because look, I'm not going to go play 1, 2 for 40 hours to try to figure out the answer to this. I'm going to tell you, right? It's important to realize that everyone does not know the answer to everything. When I was talking to people to try to get new poker coaching coaches, one of them said, but like, what if I don't know the answer to something? That's okay, right? Say you don't know the answer, and then if you can find the answer, go find it, right? People appreciate honesty. And look, I'm not teaching poker to try to sound smart. I'm teaching poker to try to find the truth, better my game, and better your game. And it's very important to make sure you understand the incentives of the people who are helping you, because not all coaches are necessarily trying to help you the most. A lot of people in the coaching space want to sound smart all the time, but that's the ego talking. You got to get that out of there. This is why most poker training sites fail, because the coach doesn't actually care about teaching you. They care about sounding smart, or they care about making a quick buck. And I embarrass myself all the time, and it took a long time before I started making money. So that's that. I don't know if you saw this. Yeah, I was in Mike Madisow's video blog. Apparently, I was riding on the back of his scooter one day at the after day. Oh, pause due to poor connection. Don't do that. After day 2 of the $15,000 or $5,000 tournament, right at the end, he drove me from the front of the Rio or from the back of the Rio to the front on his scooter, and it was very hard to hold on. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I have to get to work. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. I will be here on Monday, bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern time for you. If you have not already, make sure you check out pokercoaching.com for the webinar I did with Jonathan Jaffe yesterday. It was excellent. I learned a little something, and I'm sure all of you did as well. And I'm looking forward to having him working with poker coaching more in the future. That's it. Have fun. Good luck. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great, great weekend. Tell your friends about this. Click like, click subscribe. When am I live streaming next? I just said it. 9 a.m. Eastern time, Monday. I'll talk to y'all later.